Thank you for joining me for a yoga practice. Let's begin in a seated position. Getting comfortable in whatever position suits you, whether it's legs crossed, one leg extended, kneeling, or even lying down. Take a few slow, relaxed breaths. Feel the connection with the earth beneath you, the sky above you, and feel your breath flowing through. The flow of in-breath and out-breath. When you're ready, we'll begin by extending the arms upward to the sky, bringing the palms together, and releasing the arms beside you. Again, deep breath in, arms reaching up, palms touching together above the crown of the head. And on the exhale, releasing the arms down. Again, inhale, arms reaching up to the sky. This time, when palms touch together, they'll come down to the heart. And now, we'll interlock the hands and make circles, loosening the upper back, loosening the neck area, and bringing movement into the arms and shoulders. Move at your own pace. Move in both directions. Feel the flow of in-breath and out-breath as you move. Complete that circle. Take a moment just to pause and to feel. And then we'll begin with elbow circling. Right fingertips on your right collarbone as you make a circle with the elbow. Slow circling, slow breathing, feeling the shoulder blade area, the upper back area, and circling in both directions. Complete that circle, and then let's switch sides. With the left elbow circling upward to the sky, downward to the earth. Wide circle, deep, slow breathing. Moving in both directions. Massaging tension out of the upper back. Then relax the left arm. Reach your right arm upward to the sky, bend your elbow, and you can interlock the hands behind the back, or you can hold on to your right elbow with your left hand. Stretching the arm and shoulder area. Feel how this lengthens the spine. This is really good to correct any curvature in the upper part of the back. Releasing both arms. And now with the left arm reaching upward, turn the palm to face behind you, bend at the elbow, and either interlocking the hands or drawing the left elbow back with your right hand. And feeling how this straightens the spine, straightens the upper back. Release your arms. Next, we're going to extend our legs, working on our feet, waking up toes, feet, and ankles. Point your toes, flex your feet. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. As you're doing this, feel also the toes stretch. Bring the movement into the ankle joints by circling 3 times in both directions. Nourishing all joints of the body through yoga. The small joints, all the joints. When you've completed 3 circles in both directions, let's come into butterfly pose. Soles of the feet together, knees open wide. You can move the knees up and down, feeling into the inner thighs, the hip joints, and noticing the stretch for the groin and pelvic floor. Noticing the broadening through the back area. You can move at a different pace than I'm moving. Find your own pace. Just a few more moments, and then we will settle into a still butterfly. Resting the hands on the knees and gently drawing the knees outward. Even if there's no movement, the orientation is knees moving outward, stretching deeper into the pelvic floor, hip area, inner thighs. And now let's move into a squat. You can have some support underneath of the sit bones or underneath of the heels. Finding a way to squat that allows for ease. Breathing and feeling flow of breath. And now we'll add some variation, coming into a standing forward fold, and from forward fold into a squat. Straightening the legs. Sinking down into a squat, moving through these 2 positions at your own pace. Here we are waking up the legs, opening up the backs of the legs. We'll be in forward fold for a few moments. Coming down into a squat and coming onto the hands and knees. For cat pose, rounding the spine as you exhale the breath, stretching the front of the body with each inhale, moving through cat with your breath at your own pace. A beautiful way to wake up the spine. We'll come into a neutral spine and do pelvic isolations. So you're just tilting the pelvis, tucking the pelvis, flattening the back, coming into a pelvic tilt. Just isolating the pelvis in the movement. Pelvic isolations a few times. And then finding neutral. Finding your core engagement as you extend the right leg back, toes lift off the ground, left hand forward, balancing cat. Extending through the limbs, engaging the core. Breathing, and let's try the other side. Left leg back, right arm forward, extending through the limbs, strengthening the core, and release. Again, this time we will add some movement, elbow and knee towards one another. As you exhale the breath, extend as you breathe in. And let's switch sides, extending your left leg and right arm, adding movement, elbow and knee towards one another, stretching and away on the inhale, continuing this movement. And then coming back into our starting position. Sinking back into child's pose to rest for a moment. We'll come next into plank pose, starting on the hands and knees, extending one and then the other leg back, keeping your hips in line with the rib cage, hands pressing into the earth. You can also do this with the knees on the ground, making sure that you're breathing throughout this, and then finally lowering onto the belly. Resting for a moment as you relax. Reach your arms out to the side. Bend the knees. On the inhale of breath, lift your chest, lift your thighs. Your thighs might not lift very high, and that's okay. That's the orientation. Lower down. Bend the knees, lift your thighs, lift your chest and head. Lower on the exhale. One more time. Bend your knees, lift your thighs, lift your head and chest. Then lower and relax. And turn your head to the right side. Hold on to both feet. If that doesn't work, you can hold on to one leg at a time, stretching the front of the thighs and turning your head to the other side. And then release your legs. Bring the hands under the shoulders and we'll come into Cobra, a back bend, lifting head and chest off the ground, feeling the strength through the back of the body, lowering on the exhale. Let's try a different back bend. Lifting the whole body, lowering the whole body. Interlocking the hands, arms reaching back, front of the body lifting, chest lifting, head lifting, then lowering down. Rest for a moment, and as you're ready, press back into child's pose, buttocks towards the heels, head towards the ground, elbows and arms relaxed. And then you can lift up into downward dog, a low version with the knees on the ground, or the full version, beautiful triangular shape, stretching the legs and the back. Then bring the knees down and step forward into a lunge, and let's move into a warrior position. Arms reaching wide, right knee bent, pressing into both legs, both feet, finding stability and strength in the lower body and a softness in the upper body. Let's come down into our lunge with the left knee down, looking forward, taking a few breaths in lunge. And then stepping back into child's pose to rest. And now the other side, we step forward with the left. Now let's lift up into downward facing dog. You can pedal the feet if you'd like. And as you're ready, knees down, stepping forward with your left foot, and then lifting the right knee off the ground as we move into a warrior position. Pressing into both feet, arms wide, feeling the stretch and strength in your legs. Bringing the hands to your left foot, right knee comes down, transitioning into lunge. Stepping back into child's pose. Resting, breathing. And rolling up into sitting. And coming into a standing forward bend. Allowing for blood to flow to the upper organs. And taking 3 relaxed, deep breaths. And then the abdomen draws in as you roll up into standing. Arms reaching up to the sky, palms together, and down to the heart. Then let's step your feet wide for a wide forward fold. Hands on the hips, On the exhale of breath, hinging forward as far as you're able. And then releasing your hands, using any support if you need underneath of the hands. As you feel this opening for the inner thighs and the strength that we're building in the legs. Let's walk our hands towards our right foot, turn both of our feet, left knee down in lunge. Arms can reach upward to the sky. And bringing the hands down, lifting the left knee, walking it back through center. And walking it to the other side. Bringing the back knee down and coming into lunge, arms reaching upward. Bringing the hands down, lifting the back knee, walking it back through center. Bringing the hands on the hips and pressing into the feet as we lift up into standing. And then you can heel toe the feet together and step them together until they're hip width apart. And we'll move into a balancing pose. Tree pose. There's many ways that you can do this pose. You can keep your toes on the ground. Your foot can be above or below the knee. And not to worry if you lose your balance. That's a part of what we're learning here in tree pose. You're going to practice both sides. And try to stay in the position long enough just to find ease. You can see that I'm struggling to find balance here on this rocky beach. Let's try one more time on both sides. Tree pose. Finding the right balance between concentration and stability, effort, and also how to relax and find that ease. Again, you're going to complete your tree pose. You've done both sides now. We're completing the second side. And when you're ready, coming into a neutral standing position. You can shake out the legs if that's helpful, shake out the arms. And we'll come down into sitting. Gathering any props you need to sit comfortably. And let's extend our right leg out to the side, orient our torso over the right leg, sit nice and tall, and lean forward. Relaxed, deep breathing as you feel the lengthening, stretching of the muscles of the leg and back. Breathing into that length. Coming back into center and coming to the other side of our seated forward bend. Leaning forward and finding the right amount of effort. Sometimes if we effort too much, there's a resistance. Finding just the right amount of effort. Relaxed effort. Where there's no gripping or resistance. And this is a metaphor, perhaps, for how we should engage in life, to effort in a relaxed way. Coming up into sitting, and now we're going to roll onto our backs for a relaxation. Get comfortable, get cozy, lying down with legs extended or knees bent, arms extended comfortably wide, eyes closed. As you let the body sink into the support of Mother Earth beneath you. Feeling the sky above you, the space around you. Breath flowing through you like a gentle ocean wave. In breath, out breath. The whole body is relaxed. If you'd like, you can repeat internally. Breathing in, I smile. Breathing out, I relax. Smile on the in-breath. Relax on the out-breath. Gently waking up the body, bringing your knees to the chest. You can hold them close to you or roll on your back one side to the other. And then rolling onto one side And coming up into a seated meditation pose. To dedicate your practice. Feel the peace and harmony within the body. Bring your palms together and dedicate this peace and harmony for the well-being of all.